You know, I've been a con man for as long as I can remember, from lifting wallets, picking pockets, to elaborate scams. And you know, right after I'd taken your money, I'd just disappear like a waft of smoke. You never saw me coming, and you'd never see me going. At the age of 4 years old, my grandfather came to me and put a cut-down deck of cards into my hands. They'd been trimmed down to fit my little baby paws. You see, you're not born with hands this big or talented. I discovered he wasn't going to teach me magic tricks, but instead he was a professional cheat and a con man. And from the age of 4 up to about the age of 18, he lured me into the world of cheats, scams, hustles, and a whole lot more.
About me, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler.
From the age of 19 to about 31, that's what I did for my living. I was a professional con man, out to get your money. But then at the age of 31, I decided this wasn't the lifestyle for me. It's too dangerous, it's too lonely, it's just a horrific world to live in. Here's the defining moment. I was running a big-time game called The Cross on a mug, a sucker. I'd given him some greens, some cabbage, and taken him to a small-time poker game. He'd been talked into being my partner. And of course he won in the game, no real money, but now he thought he was on to the big time. The very next night there's a big game in town, but he had to raise his own poke for the game. I took him to the game and he thought when I gave him the Mr. Hemingway signal that he was going to take everything. But of course he dropped the entire poke to me, the con man, not his partner, but his enemy. He was devastated. He'd lost everything. He was crying. He didn't even have his mortgage payment for that month. I felt so bad, I gave him some of the money back. And that really was the end of the line for me in terms of running con games. When you get a soft heart, you just can't do it anymore. So I decided to parlay my talents into doing good, to help other people, to help them not be cheated by people like me. Since then, I've lectured to police agencies worldwide. They've flown me to Scotland Yard, to Switzerland. I've worked for the NYPD, giving them talks on street cons and hustles. I've worked also with casinos, teaching them how cheats infiltrate their world and take their money from the tables. Also to private games, private parties, and a whole slew more. You see, this knowledge isn't easily available. There aren't too many people that cross over from the bad to the good.
About me, I'm a hustler.
How can I con thee? Let me count the ways. I'll show you all of it. This is raw and uncensored as you walk on the shoulder of a con man and see it all. Playing the art of the con is nothing like the movies you see. It's not a glamorous, champagne-filled existence. It's actually a world filled with fraught and danger. You may notice a few little scars on the face. You may also notice a limp I have, a little bit of lead poisoning. Bang, bang. It's not a nice world to live in. That's why the con man has to disappear each and every time he plies his trade. There's an old saying, not every stranger you meet will be a cheat, but every cheat will be a stranger. He'll be your best friend until he just disappears with your money.
About me.
I'm delighted now to have found a wider way to bring this information to you. You'll learn how to spot the con. You'll learn how to see a hustle or a sting coming up upon you. And my friends, don't think it can't ever happen to you. Just assume that it will at some time.